Hey there, folks. It's James Ward, CEO and co-founder of Pangea. I hope everybody is having a great Thursday here, and I appreciate you taking the time. I know for some of you it's the middle of the day, for some of you it's the afternoon, for some of you it's nighttime because we are a global company. But regardless of where you're at here today, we definitely appreciate you taking the time to come out to this webinar to learn about Pangea Pronto, number one. But I have a lot of different announcements that I want to make here today. It's nighttime because we are a global company. Wow, but I don't know what's happening. Sorry about that. I had my link up on the other page. I was testing it to make sure it was working. So I apologize for that background noise there. But back to what I was saying, I actually have a lot of information I'm going to be sharing with you here today that will be great for you, going forward in your business for the rest of the week. We have some great news. If you didn't check out my video, we'll talk about some of that is coming. And then we have an announcement on a new sales contest. So there's many things we're going to go over here today, but I won't keep you too long because I know, like I said, it's the middle of the day. But what I want to do right now is I want to go ahead and bring up a PowerPoint presentation. It's not in depth or anything like that. I mean, it's going to be mostly my words, but at the same time, I want you to have something visually to look at rather than just my face here. So give me 1 second and we will go ahead and get this started here for you. Okay, give me just a minute. Okay, we are all set. I assume at this point everybody can see my screen. And if you're just joining us, I do want to welcome you to the call again, as I know you took time out of your day to be here, and we greatly appreciate it. And this call is going to be an exciting call because it's going to be one that I get to tell you about several different things that are going on in Pangea, number one, and number two, I get to show you a way that you can earn some money very, very quickly with our company. We have a new sales contest I'm going to announce, and then also some great news if you haven't checked out the video yet. So we've got some great news to share with you here today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And I want to talk about Pangea Pronto. You probably know that was the title of this webinar. Some of you don't even know what Pangea Pronto means, especially if you're brand new to our company. But let me give you just a little bit of history of where we've been, because that's going to really lead me up to where we're at here today and help you understand exactly what we're doing as a company. So back when we launched our company on November 25th, about a week after we launched, we decided to do what we call 2-day cycle pays. And that's 2 business day cycle pays. And the reason why we did that is because we wanted to give people an opportunity, especially in the month of December, to have money before the holiday season got here. And I have to tell you, it was a huge hit. People loved it. It put money in people's pockets every two business days. It gave people the opportunity, especially just in time for Christmas or New Year's or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. It gave everybody just in time for the holiday season to be able to have money ASAP rather than waiting a couple weeks, right? And that's always a great thing. I mean, anytime you can have cash flow in your business, it improves your odds of success. That is true in any business and any level of business as well. And even in Fortune 500 companies, if you look at cash flow is always the king. So with Pangea Pronto, the reason why we are bringing this to the table is because we wanted to find a way to be able to extend the offer to do 2-day business pays. But the reality is that the pressure that the 2-day cycle pays put on our company was immense. And, obviously we don't make that public. We're pretty transparent as a company, but the challenges came from the process of it, making sure that people had their information in correctly in our system, making sure that it was structured out right, because a lot of people just thought it was 2 days rather than 2 business days, making sure that we had the staff to be able to do it, which was the biggest thing. Because most companies, the way it's structured is they do one pay a week, and then sometimes one pay a month. So it's a couple days out of the month that you're dealing with. With our payroll, it became a daily thing that we had to deal with internally, and it became a big time struggle as far as keeping up with it. So when we went back to the drawing table, and we know that people love the 2-day cycle pays, I was like, look, I don't want to take this away from people, but we have to find a way to be able to offer it where it's not going to hurt our company, because as you guys know, I mean, this is a legacy company. This is not something that we want to stick around for a month or two. This is something that we want our kids to be able to benefit from and be able to be around for a very long time. In order to do that, our number one goal always is to take care of our associates, but number two is to make sure that our company is healthy at all times, no matter what. And that's exactly what we've been able to do here with the Pangea Pronto. We found a way that we can help you still achieve those 2-day business day cycle pays. So, the question that you really have to ask yourself right now is, how important is that to you? Is it important to you to have your money 2 business days later, or is it not? Because this is something that is completely optional, the Pangea Pronto program. I mean, if you want to participate, you can absolutely participate, and I'll tell you how to do that here in a second. But if you don't, it's okay. You're still going to be back on what we call just our regular pay cycle, which actually happens to be weekly. Now, a lot of people have questions like, and they don't completely understand. So let me break down what the pay week actually looks like in the Pangea program right now. The way it was designed in the very beginning is very simply, our pay week runs from Saturday, at the stroke of midnight. So 12:01 or 12 a.m., whatever you want to call it, on Saturday, all the way through Friday at 11:59:59. So, and I'm here's where you're probably getting messed up as well. On one, I'm using military time. On the other, I used normal time. So I apologize for that, but hopefully it makes sense to you. 11:59:59 is the actual time that I'm talking about. And, that is what the pay week runs. Now, when someone completes a cycle during that time, we pay out the cycle the following Friday. So whatever is produced, any cycles that are created during that pay week, it is paid out the following Friday. It's not a bad structure, because it allows people to have that weekly pay. But there's many of you that got really excited about the 2-day cycle pay. It blessed a lot of families, and we wanted to find a way that we could make it accessible to you at all times. So here's the deal. In your back office, starting tomorrow, you're going to see an opportunity to participate in Pangea Pronto. Again, completely optional if you want to do it. It's a one-time fee of $77, and that can qualify you for a guaranteed 2-day cycle pay, 2 business day cycle pay. I want to make sure that we're completely clear on that, okay? It's a 2 business day cycle pay. And for a $77 one-time fee, that's going to give you access to the Pangea Pronto for 6 months, okay? So for 6 months out of the year, that anytime you cycle, you will have your cycle commissions hit your bank account or your PayPal account. And I'm going to talk about one other thing here in just a second, but it's going to hit your account within 2 business days. Now, here's the deal, okay? If you are an international customer, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure to actually send you any wire information, or if it's PayPal, it becomes very easy for us to do. But, we want to make sure that we're doing this in the time that we say that we're going to do it. So there's some things that go into this. If you want to participate in it, it's $77 one time. There's going to be a link in your back office on the menu called Pangea Pronto. Tomorrow, it will be highlighted in red. All you have to do is click there, make the payment of $77, and you're qualified for the next 6 months. There's no monthly fees. There's nothing like that. But for the next 6 months, you can guarantee yourself that you're going to get 2-day cycle pays. Now, here's the kicker, though, okay? And here's what we want to make sure of. In order for you to participate in this, it can't be something that you wait until you cycle to pay for and expect your payment 2 business days later. It can't work like that. It can't work that you're going to cycle tomorrow, so you sign up today. Folks, we're going to need 7 days before your cycle date, starting after January 10th, because we obviously want to give people the opportunity to participate. So if you participate between now and January 10th, and you purchase that, you absolutely will get, going forward, there's no 7 days before you cycle date. But for everybody else, except for brand new people, right? Brand new people, we're going to give them the opportunity right when they come through the doors to be able to make that payment and to receive those 2-day cycle pays. But if you've been in the company for, more than 7 days, and then you want to participate and you're cycling tomorrow, it cannot work like that. I want you to understand why it can't work like that. From a company standpoint, we're making a true commitment to make this 2-day business pay a possibility. No one else in this industry is doing it. And we take on a tremendous amount of risk. I'm talking a ton of risk from a fraud perspective, and also just making sure that we can do what we say we're going to do. Because you see what happens when you mess with people's money. What happens? Well, questions start to arise. People want to know, is the company healthy? Is everything going all right? And we don't want anyone having that type of chatter. We want to make sure that if we're committing to this, that we have the staff that we can make it happen. And that staff doesn't just include a payroll staff. It includes an entire security team to make sure that we're watching every single transaction that comes through our company to make sure it's legitimate. Because see, here's where fraud gets stopped. Oftentimes fraud gets stopped when they figure out they can't get a commission back. So we have to be very careful as we're going into this and launching this 2-day business pay, but we're excited about it because what it does for your business is it adds immediate cash flow to what you need for you and your family to take your business to a new level. It opens up some doors for you, maybe for advertising. You know, a lot of people, when they get that 777, it's not just going 100% to their family. If they're running this like a business, they're choosing a portion of it to go back into their business. So it benefits us as a company to get the money to you as quick as possible to help us build this. Because as you know, our marketing budget is you, right? Our marketing budget is the way that we pay commissions. Rather than paying a big marketing firm, we use our associates' ability to go out there and connect with people, be able to give back, and that is exactly how we do it. So there's one thing that we want to make sure that you understand about the Pangea Pro guarantee and about the program, okay? Besides the fact that it's optional, it doesn't matter if you don't want to, if you don't need it and you don't want it, don't take it. Number one, that's number one. It's totally optional, okay? Number two, though, if you do decide to pay your $77 one time for the 6 months and you're qualified and you're in the Pangea program, Pangea Pronto program, then we're going to guarantee you that if your money does not hit your bank account within 2 business days or your PayPal account, as long as you have the proper information in your back office, you have supplied us with your government ID. If you're a U.S. citizen, you've supplied us with your social security number, all 9 digits, or your tax ID if you're running it through a business, that we have both your images back there, that we have your entire profile filled out, and we have been able to verify it. As long as those things are in place, we're going to guarantee you that your money is going to hit your account in 2 business days. If it doesn't, we're going to refund your money 100%, but you will still be able to continue to be in the Pangea Pronto program. So it's a great opportunity for anyone who needs that cash flow very quickly. So we're excited to be able to offer it to you. Even though it's optional, I think that there'll be a lot of people that actually participate in this, and we've made a commitment as a company to staff whatever we need to make this a possibility. And think about this, you know, I already mentioned this a little bit. Most companies out there, they pay either once a week or once every couple of weeks or the 1st and the 15th, right? So their payroll, their staff that they have to have is very minimal. And we're taking this to a new level where we definitely make those payments every single day, because we will have people cycling every single day. So we'll have to have people in place to be able to make those payments, to be able to qualify, to verify all the different documents and make sure that it's not fraud. So as you can see, it's a big undertaking, but we're up for it. Now, that leads me to my next thing. You know, we are starting to really grow internationally here as a company, and bank wires, oftentimes when we do bank wires out of the US, sometimes they can take up to a week to hit people's bank accounts. And again, it starts raising, oh, did you send my money? Is it, you know, what is the company okay? Is everything going okay? And anytime you start having those conversations because of banks, it becomes a struggle. So one thing that we are committed to as a company that we're doing right now is we are going to be adding a pay card where we can actually pay people directly to a card, which would be an instant pay. So this is going to actually make our lives easier, as well. As you know, bank wires, they take time. You have to enter all the information. You have to verify it with the bank. It becomes a struggle. PayPal's pretty easy, but they also have their flaws, you know. I mean, we just had to actually provide some information to PayPal with all the money that was going out. So there's different things that come up that we want to avoid. So we want to make sure that as we go into 2017 here, that we're giving you every single tool that we can to pay you as quickly as possible. Obviously, one of those being Pangea Pronto, but number 2, we're going to be coming out with a payment card that most likely will be branded as well, that you will have access to and be able to use it. So the next thing I want to talk about here today, and I actually, I don't know if you saw my video yet, but I sent out a video a little bit early, and we'll talk about that. But one thing I mentioned on it is we would be offering a sales contest. And starting today, some of you are already in the lead and you don't even know it, but starting today, we're going to be running a sales contest that is very, very simple. It's going to run from today, which is Thursday, January 5th, all the way through January 8th, Sunday. And to qualify, anyone on here that's watching this, or anyone that's going to watch the replay, anyone can qualify. It's really simple. You just make one sale. One sale is going to get your name in the drawing. Now, here's where it gets interesting, though. if you help any of your personal team make one sale as well. So let's say that I'm James, I went out there and I personally sponsored Sam into this business. So Sam, I make my one new sale. I go out there and I help Sam make a new sale as well. Now my name gets entered 5 more times. So just in an example, if you have 5 team members out there and you make your personal sale, which that's your number one qualifier, is you making your personal sale, and then you help 5 people do that, your name would actually be entered into the drawing 26 times, right? Not too shabby. So the prize for this is going to be $500. It's just a nice little weekend sales contest that we're having here, and we will be announcing another one on Monday as well. You know, our objective, a lot of companies have monthly sales contests, which I do like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It gives people the opportunity to build their business long term. But what we also know as a company is everybody likes the short term, right? Just like Pangea Pronto. Why are we on here talking about it? Because people like things quickly. So we want to give people the opportunity to build their business in spurts as well. And so we will be coming out with multiple little sales contests, even sometimes even one-day sales contests that will qualify you. Now, up to this point, we've always given away cash, right? But there'll be some other prizes that we're going to be introducing over the next couple weeks. I mean, like maybe the GoPro 5, maybe an iPad, things like that, that I promise you each and every person on this webinar watching wants. You're going to have an opportunity to qualify for some of those things as well. So we'll be announcing more of that, but just know that from today, which is Thursday, January 5th, all the way through January 8th, which is Sunday, you have an opportunity to qualify by just making one sale, okay? And we're going to do the drawing next week. We'll pull all the names into a hat. I'm actually going to do it live, okay? You're going to see me pull the name out of the we'll do something where you can see all the names that are in there, not actually see them, but you know, they'll be folded up, and I will draw one out and actually pull it out in front of you live. Maybe we'll do it on a YouTube live where you can see it. So that'll be kind of an exciting thing to be able to do. So just make sure that you're out there. I mean, it's an easy sales contest. Anyone can qualify for it who's committed to their business. If you're not committed to the business, well, I don't know what to tell you. But the one thing I want to mention too, and then we're going to move on here, you know, so many times when you're doing sales contests, things get caught up on this $500 bonus, right? That's where people's mind automatically goes, is this $500 bonus. But I want you to think about something that is missed constantly. What's it going to do for your business? If you go out there and make a sale for yourself today, and then you help someone on your team do that, what's it going to do for your business? How much closer is it going to get you to cycling? Many of you are only a couple sales away. Something like this, a sales contest like this, can not only allow you to cycle, but it could also allow you to be qualified multiple times to earn the $500 bonus. So I don't want you to just fixate on the sales contest. It's cool, right? And someone's going to win it, and everybody should be participating. But what's it going to do for your business? More importantly, just up and above the $500. It's going to help you cycle, number one, but it's also going to show your personal sponsor people that you care about them. If you're out there trying to help them by doing 3-ways or doing anything you can to help them build their business, folks, I promise you that's going to go a long way for you in this industry. So the next thing I want to talk about here today, and again, if you didn't see my video, this is going to be a surprise to you. If you did see my video, you've already heard it, but I want to let you know that we have extended the Pangea 4-star rank. Now, I want to tell you, this was not by design, not even close to by design. I was speaking with my programmer last night. I asked him when it was going to show 4-star rank in the back office, and he told me that they could have it done Monday. I said, okay. I said, well, you know, the cutoff was December 31st. And so we're going to have a gap of people here that are not qualified as a 4-star. I said, what if I gave the opportunity for people to become a 4-star just through Sunday evening? Would that be okay? He's like, absolutely. He's like, as long as they're in there before Monday morning, we can make it happen. So here's the deal, folks. Until Sunday, which is January 8th at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time, anyone who comes into our company will be ranked in at a 4-star rank, coded that way for life, as long as they're active in our company. And I've said this a million times. I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but this is truly a huge incentive. It is really like fast forwarding your business at least 6 months in most cases. It's a great opportunity for you to increase your residual income potential. It's a great opportunity for you to qualify automatically for that 10% matching bonus on anyone that you personally sponsored residual income. It is a huge, huge opportunity for you and your family, and for anyone who's even considering Pangea right now. If you're not picking up the phone telling them that we extended this, if you're not picking up the phone knowing that you have a chance to win the $500 bonus, if you're not picking up the phone with the thought process of I want to earn that $777, folks, what are you waiting on? This is your business, right? This is not our business. We can give you the best tools. We can create the best sales contest. We can create ways for you to get paid in 2 business days, which is very cool. But what we can't do is we can't build your business for you. It requires you to take this as a business rather than a hobby. And I can't encourage you enough to get out there and make sure that you're doing it for you and your family. So with that being said, let's go ahead here and I'm going to exit out of this. One second. I'm going to bring my camera back up here. Okay, so sometimes this takes just a minute to catch up. So I might be a little bit fuzzy to people out there right this very second. If I am, maybe that's a good thing because, you know, but anyway, listen, I appreciate you taking the time to come out. You know, I want to let you know that we're doing everything that we possibly can to make this the coolest program out there, to make it the most member-friendly program, to be most transparent as a company, to do what we say we're going to do. And, you know, we're committed. We are committed to the Pangea Pronto program because, folks, I mean, I know that 2-day business pay changed a lot of people's lives in December. There are many people that came into this system just for the opportunity to be able to earn before the holiday season got here, and they knew that 2-day business pay would give them a chance to save their family's Christmas or save their family holiday season. And it was an awesome time for us as a company, and we want to extend that opportunity for you, but we want to do it the right way because, like I said, it does us no good as a company to say, hey, we're going to do this and not be able to fully commit to it, not to have the staff to do it, not to have the things in place. So if we're going to do that, if we're going to have the staff in place, if we're going to position ourselves from a security standpoint to make sure that every transaction that comes through our company is legit, if we're going to do all those things, it requires capital, it requires money, it requires staff, and we're committed to doing all that for you. We definitely are, and we're excited about it. And I know that many of you will probably take advantage of that, but I want you to remember, again, it's totally optional. There's some of you that it doesn't matter if you get your payment in 2 business days or not. That's irrelevant to you. A weekly pay is just fine for you. So for those of you who are in that predicament, that's completely fine. That is totally cool. Just don't participate. You don't have to. Just don't even click on it. So with that being said, you know, I want to thank you again for taking the time to come out here today. I want to remind you, go out there and make one sale, help someone on your team do the same thing, get qualified for that $500 bonus that we'll be drawing out next week. And in addition to that, you know, get out there and build your team for your family. The sales contest is cool. Pangea Pronto is awesome, and there'll be a lot of people that participate in that. There's some amazing things that are going on here. The 4-star rank, us extending that, I mean, out of the blue, you know, as I said, it was kind of just like fate that it happened. It wasn't planned. I didn't plan this, you know, this big elaborate, hey, let's just take it away for a little bit and bring it back. I wish I was that clever, but I'm not that clever. The bottom line is, you know, we're able to do that because our program are taking a little bit more time than what we thought it would be because we have to do it right. So we're extending it. You have the opportunity. Anyone who's watching this who joined after December 31st, congratulations. You're already a 4-star in our company. You've already fast forwarded your business. And, you know, that leads me to my last point, and that is taking action. You know, as I've said so many different times, you know, imperfect action is better than no action at all. And many times people are getting ready to get ready. You know, you got to make sure that the pencils on your desk are sharpened. You've got enough paper to take your notes. You know, your Facebook page looks exactly the way that you want it to. Your Twitter page looks exactly the way that you want it to. Your Instagram page, all of your social media is perfect. You have to make sure that, you know, it's exactly this time to call people because you don't want to bother them. There's so many people out there that make so many excuses that's all they do is make excuses because they're just getting ready to get ready. And folks, when you're doing that to yourself and you're doing that to your business, I can assure you that you are on the fast track of being out of business. Okay, that is the quickest way is to be out of business is to not take any action. So I want to personally, you know, encourage you and hopefully inspire you a little bit as you go into 2017. Let some of those old habits go. Let some of those procrastinating habits that you have of just getting ready to get ready, let them go because they're not going to benefit you. They're not going to benefit your family. Just get out there and do it. Who cares if people say no? Say next. I mean, do you know how long it usually takes for people to build the confidence to even speak to someone, you know, to be able to take that no and understand that it's not personal will be the separation between you being a couple $1,000 earner and a 6-figure or 7-figure income earner. That is the truth. Get the hustle in, make it happen for you and your family. It's not going to happen on its own. You have to take control of your own life. Also, one last thing, I want to encourage you, if you haven't, I wrote a blog, pangeafreedom.com. Just click on the blog. I put up a new blog today that says, what's your favorite day of the week? Take a look at that. I think many of you, especially if you have kids, or your kids, even if they're grown up and gone, I bet you can relate to the article that I wrote, and I think it would add some value to you and anyone else that you want to share it with. So with that being said, I hope that you have a fantastic day. On behalf of myself and Sam Fuentes, our Chief Operating Officer, and all of our staff at Pangea, we want to say thank you. As always, you're the lifeblood of what we do. Without our associates, we're nothing. That is the truth. So thank you so much for everything. Let's make 2017 a record-breaking year for each and every one of us. Get out there, build it for your family, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.